let's get this show back on the road. We're in the priestess's chamber in Karma Fortress. This will be the second time we've taken your father from you, won't it? When this is all over, you have the right to take my life, and I will accept death gladly. But for now, you will have to wait. This is the only way. We need your power. The world needs it. Litra is constantly unleashing Goma upon the world. If we do not have Mantra to fight against them, there is no hope for civilization. Your power to amplify Mantra is our sword and shield. We cannot bring salvation to Gaia without you. Asura, why do you choose not to listen to reason? Mithra's power is essential to the cause. Once we defeat Litra, Mithra and the world will be saved. Stubborn fool. That's because the game's about him being pissed off and punching things. 500 years later.
In one slash, Yasha mercilessly splits Asura in two. Asura finds himself back in Naraka, burning with more rage than ever. But for now, his only option is to follow the light.
We meet again. So, what now? You are a demigod just as they are, you know. If you can accept their actions, perhaps you should let go and allow your soul to become one with Gaia again. You choose to move forward? This is exactly why your soul will never belong to the Goma, nor the Seven Deities. There is a great power hidden in you, one I have been looking for.
Is it the power to get turned up and still hold down a stream?
Bring salvation to Gaia. But it
I like that
seems
power.
you cannot do it without your daughter's power. Now, remember why you are here in the first place.
That bottle's gonna be emptier than I'd like, sooner than I'd like. I will say no more. Yeah, you can get a nice tall glass of Bofa. There's a probability we might finish this game hella early, and I'll have to come up with a backup plan. I do not like this probability. Then again, I could always fuck off and play the DLC for this for way too long.
Control yourself!
Thank you.
Immersing oneself in battle like that. Well done, Asura!
Now that you have something to protect, why are you so full of rage? Or perhaps that is exactly why.
Something to protect? Nonsense! The only reason one needs to fight is the fight itself!
That is so like you, Master. We have cleared this area of Goma. Let us return to Shinkoku.
Right.
Mithra, your father has returned. Welcome home, dear.
Thanks. So, that is what he must protect?
Yes, though you may not understand why. Durga.
Brother,
He almost looks scared of her.
he just doesn't know what to do when she starts crying.
Then he should pacify her.
Him?
Yeah, a little history lesson for you. One of the people who betrayed him and killed his wife was her own sister. Brother, wow. Ugh, brain fart.
Move.
Not bad, Asura. That uncontrollable rage of yours suits you well. See what I mean?
Asura, join us. Should we work together, we could more effectively exterminate the Goma. Test me.
You are aware Mithra is the only suitable vessel to become priestess. Raise her with care, incompetent as you may be.
Well, you certainly are incompetent. I wager that is one of your more charming features. At least we know now the source of the flame that burns in your soul. In other words, you...
Stop.
What was that?
You're crying. Stop it!
Crying? What do you mean? I'm not crying.
This is turned down for what, the game?
He Even one of the 8 Guardian Generals is no match for his own daughter, is he?
She's so small.
Do you know what I think? I believe that you only wish the best for our daughter.
Triton kunais. Oh, that's backwards. I have to use headphones for all my monitor audio, otherwise the mic picks it up. Good headset, but the microphone kind of sucks. But I mean, these are like the $40 Universal ones that were on sale a while ago, so not gonna complain too much about that. Got like a really elaborate setup. One of these days, I'll send you a picture, probably through Steam or like Twitter DM, the way I've got the microphone set up right now. I know you can't see it, but it's quite the impressive rig over here. Actually, I might do that now while I'm thinking about it. Also check the see if we can. Think so. Possible. Case. Asura's residence, thousands of years earlier. Seems that you made quite an impression in the last battle. Is that so? Mithra was praying for you the whole time. Did you hear my prayers, Father? I did. I felt your presence with me and thought of you the whole time. Okay, that's ending, so you'll have that in a second. So you didn't think about me at all, hmm? No, I meant... Oh, Father. Hehehe. General Asura, the next priestess, has been chosen. What? General Asura's daughter Mithra is to be priestess. Congratulations, General. Exclamation point. I will not allow it. Father, but why? I will not have you become a tool for war. If it will give me the power to protect you, I will gladly become priestess. But Mithra is gifted with the power to save the world. She could be the key in eradicating the Goma. Shut up! Asura, wait, where are you going?
Asura awakens on Gaia again, but this time at a small village shrine. His body has been enshrined by the local villagers. The Goma then attack the village, and soon after, Calro's forces approach from the skies above.
Stuff takes forever to send on 3G, by the way. I didn't want to kill my Wi-Fi upload because that'll get to you eventually. Approximately at some point. Maybe. Or it just won't send it all, who knows. I'll figure it out later. Oh, that would explain it. Apparently picked a spot to put my phone down where I don't have 3G service. Just 1x. There's some 3G. Hey, it looks like it made it.
Mithra.
Stop speaking gibberish. Oh yeah, I went all out. Shock mount, double pop filter, boom stand, like I said, very professional looking, and I managed to keep it off the camera, which I'm really happy about. That would take up a lot of real estate on that. Like I said, I care about quality. I'm not trying to be somebody who's got 5,000 viewers with, you know, a crappy webcam and a headset. Like if I'm gonna put in the time and the effort to make content, I want it to look and sound good. You know, and maybe that's why I'm not getting the viewers, but I'm okay with that. Like I would rather have you know, five consistent viewers and a great quality stream than 100 consistent viewers and be like streaming a DS from a webcam. Yeah, you know what's up. You need like one of the old 4.3 webcams. You need to be using the webcam microphone. We need to hear other people in your house on the phone, like through paper-thin walls. Like, I don't understand why that is, but like, if I'm gonna devote this much time to it, I want to at least have some sort of air of professionalism about it. And I mean, maybe that's just a personal hang-up, and maybe that's why we're not as successful as we should be, or whatever, after, you know, 2 years of this, but... I guess I look at it the same way I look at, like, a lot of my taste in music. I would rather it be good than popular. Got a 1/10 of a megapixel webcam that uses the serial bus. It's from 1992. And I put an Instagram filter on it, so I'm always beige. People eat that shit up. Like, people for some reason love streams that want donations, and it's like, I don't know, I'm not on board with that. Like, Twitch is making money off me and off you watching. I don't need your money. If I'm gonna get money for this, I want it to be from Twitch. I don't want it to be from the viewers. Like I'm putting this show on for you. I don't... You tuning in is enough. Advertisers pay Twitch. Donations mean they pay Twitch alerts, which is a totally separate company set up to exploit this loophole of non-partnered streamers that want money. I mean, on the one hand, yeah. On the other hand, like, I feel like it was a Twitch employee who set that up. You know, that's some insider trading level of people profiting. Because that site's been around almost as long as Twitch has. And nobody knew there would be a market for that, let alone game streaming, so. I don't know, it's kind of shitty all around, but... Yeah, no, like... I'm not planning on monetizing the YouTube anytime soon. That just means we have to run ads in front of shit. I don't want to make you watch ads. Twitch already makes you watch ads when you tune in. We see nothing from that. Like that's the dream right there. Is to at least get something for the ads they're forcing you to watch. But beyond that, I'm not interested in fucking up the viewer's experience with, you know, ludicrous amounts of advertisements. Pre-order this game, buy this, check out this album. Like, fuck that. That's not relevant to you. Like, you're coming because you want to see the game or because you want to see us. It's one of those two things. And anything that takes away from that is inherently detrimental to your experience as a viewer. And as far as my level of control over that, I don't really have any. But that means I'm not going to put ads on the YouTube videos. I'm not going to, you know, try and get donations. I can handle this myself. I make a fair amount. Like, you know, I do invest a lot of it back into stuff for the stream. That's because it's something I enjoy doing. I'm not gonna go out of my way to make things worse for you to try and make money off it. That's fucking nonsensical. You know, maybe I'm not just good at this capitalism shit. Maybe I'm, you know, not a good American or what have you, but it's not the point. The point is that's my personal standpoint on it. And increasingly, it seems, I'm not trying to say that, like, I'm not trying to take credit away from the other members of the team, but increasingly it sort of seems like I'm a bit of a driving force here. Like our tagline, which you can see, because I know there's an like the ZTG icon down below, the no ads, no filter, no bullshit. That was something I said. That was my personal statement for it. If I'm going to be involved, this is how we're going to run. And then we set up the blog, and then we got into streaming, and then we were like, fuck the blog, and now we just stream. But you know, we do still have the site. Maybe we'll revisit that at some point. But that's my take on it. Is, you know, if you want the viewers to be loyal to you, if you want them to stick around and come back, you don't want to ruin their experience. You don't want to be running ads every 7 to 10 minutes, or, you know, however long have you. You don't want to cut gameplay intentionally, because they're not here for that. If you're playing a JRPG, they don't want to see an ad for Madden 17 or 16, whatever, or fucking pre-ordered Deus Ex Mankind. They don't need that shit in their lives. And that being the case, I'm certainly not going to try and force that upon them.
What could you accomplish by trying this? Enjoy your lease of life.
I spent way too long rambling there. Because I know that wasn't really what we were discussing, but I just figured it was somewhat necessary information. I mean, I guess in a sense it's the same way you don't start showing a hockey game in the middle of the World Series. Like, it's not what people are here for. Nobody cares.
Stand for this.
I mean, are people making money off our content? Maybe a little. Probably not much, because we don't have the viewer base for the number of ads that are actually watched. Would I like to see a cut of that? I mean, if at all possible. But am I gonna go out of my way to try and make money off it? No. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna name names. There's a smaller streamer I used to watch quite a bit, and he started getting a fair bit in donations, and then he basically stopped streaming altogether for a while. And now he's back, and he's expecting donations to come in, and they're not coming, and he's kind of being a bit of an ass about it. It's like, you haven't streamed for 2 weeks, all of a sudden you're back, and you're expecting people to throw $50, $60 your way for what? For finally showing up to work for the first time in 3 weeks? Like, I'm not down with that. Like, I can't front. I do see it a lot out of the full-time streamers, and I kind of understand it's an inconsistent income source, and, you know, you got bills to pay and all that, but at the same time, you know that going in. You knew that when you went full-time. And you've got it a lot easier once you've got partner status, and you've still got donation trackers running everything, than other people who start fresh, you know what I mean? You know, when you've already got 5,000 follows and, you know, 200,000 YouTube subscribers or whatever. It's kind of ridiculous to suddenly start caring about every $10. You know, when you're making 3,000 to 4,000 a day.
That matters not to me.
It's shitty, but it is what it is. Something you kind of have to deal with. You know, again, tying back into the music metaphor. You know, when a band makes an album because they've got something they want to say, they want to make something, it turns out good. When they're just making it for another paycheck, it's usually crap, which is why almost every band has the sophomore slump, because they're just like, oh, we're still contracted for, you know, another album in the next 3 years. This money's good, the touring's been fun, let's make some more. And it's, you get something that wasn't as good as their first effort, which they made because they wanted to make it. And generally is worse than the third. Even if the third is just for the paycheck, generally they know by that point we can't just churn out crap.
You let me handle them.
Most of those people, you know, most viewers on Twitch won't unfollow if you start having that. It takes a while. You know, if you're a band, most people stop showing up to your tour if it's a shitty album. They'll wait for a good one before they see you live. Yeah, I mean the whole reason why I'm against donation. We're a lot farther along in this game than I expected at this point of the night. So let's take a minute to talk about this. Because whether you donate to us or not, Twitch is getting paid for you. So I don't think it's fair for us to ask from you when somebody else is already making a cut off of us just doing our thing. I would much rather see a cut of that than ask you guys for money. And again, it's not so much that I'm against donations to a point. Like, if you like what you see and you want to hook us up or whatever, I mean, I'm sure you could always work out something with us personally. Like, if you want to see a particular game and we don't have it, I mean, most of the time I can go out and pick it up. It's not a problem. But I mean, if you really feel like I'd like to see this person on the team play this game, you know, you could always get in touch with them, maybe send a copy their way. That's fine, but it's less. I don't want it to come off like we're asking you, you know, because we don't necessarily need that. If you feel like you want to go above and beyond and pitch in, that's cool. You know, we appreciate that, but we're not looking for a handout. You know, I feel like we as a team would like to have that kind of success someday, but it's not something that we're gonna beg you for. It's something we'd rather come across because of what we're doing, less than because you feel obligated as a viewer. Because, you know, when you see somebody with a donation tracker and there's like 7 names up there and everybody's pitched in $10 and they're personally thanking them and ignoring half the rest of the viewers, you almost feel like you have to kick in money to be a part of that. And I don't want it to come down to that. I want somebody to be able to stop by, say hi, and chat with us, you know, on a person-to-person level. I mean, would I love to do this full time and stream 7 days a week, get to play all kinds of shit? Absolutely. But right now, you know, my job is pretty solid. I'm doing just fine there, and I'm not in any rush to do that. I would far rather come across that because of what we do than what we make you feel like you have to do. I mean, as far as subs go, I would almost say, even if we got partnered, I would kind of take a hard line against people subbing. You know, maybe the rest of the team wouldn't agree with me, I'm just saying. Because as a sub, you know, you do support us, and that's absolutely fantastic. And we would appreciate that, but at the same time, it doesn't do as much for us. From what I've heard from other partnered streamers, Twitch takes half from subs. They're already making the money off the ads. Why I want to get partners, again, get a cut of that, because they're already, you know, making money off our work. But when it comes to subs, like, you're pitching money to support us, and they're taking a cut of it. So again, they're just reaping the benefits. Like, we're talking about a business that sold for $1 billion, is owned by, you know, one of the largest e-commerce corporations in the world. You know, when somebody subs to 6 channels, right? Each of those channels get $250 from that person, give or take. And Twitch just made $15 a month from that person. That doesn't seem right to me. You know, maybe I'm on the wrong platform. Maybe I'm more altruistic than what they're looking for, but that's just how I feel about it. I mean, if we do get, you know, a sub button and it's there, and, you know, there's a certain quota to stay partnered or whatever, you know, I might bring it up from time to time, but I wouldn't push it. I wouldn't, like, every hour be like, oh, and remember to sub to the channel. I'd be like, remember to hit that follow button, because that's what I care about, is that people follow, people know when we're going live, and people come back and watch. If they want to throw some money our way, that's great. If not, that's fine too. That doesn't bother me at all. That's not why we're here. If you know, if I was using it to pay the bills, I would care a little bit more, probably. But I wouldn't care enough that I would be trying to obligate other people to kick money my way because they feel they have to. I'd want them to do it because they want. That's that. Again, spending way too long on that, but that's fine too. It's a good conversation to have. It's always fun chatting with you guys. But let's get this text out of the way. Let's read this off. Let's get into another episode. But here we are, a village on the outskirts of Shinkoku. Here within this stone lies the remains of the fallen demigod who defied the 7 deities long ago. He succeeded in killing one of them, but at the cost of his own. Following their divine battle, the remaining deities abandoned this land, declaring it cursed for all eternity. It is believed the fallen demigod continues to watch over this land, for the Goma rarely appear in these parts. For this reason, the villagers enshrine his remains and worship from afar, but do not dare approach the shrine out of fear. There was one little girl, however, who regularly came to the shrine and offered flowers to the fallen demigod. Long ago, when she and her father went off to a nearby village, they were attacked by the Goma. Just when they thought their lives were over, the 7 deities came from the heavens and purified the Goma. The little girl was deeply relieved that the deities had saved them. I'll get to that comment in a minute. However, the deities did not only purify the Goma, and thus many humans were caught in the fires of their purification. The girl's father was one of those who perished. But rather than defy the deities for their tyranny, the villagers saw it as an honor. They rejoiced that the deities would lead their souls to heaven and gladly gave their lives. The girl walked hopeless and full of despair until she stumbled upon the shrine of the fallen demigod. As the old tale said, the stone had an aura of anger, yet the girl was not afraid. Somewhere in the fallen demigod's face, she saw a resemblance to her late father. Since then, the girl has been visiting the shrine to offer flowers. Everyone did nothing but pray, but he took action. Wait for me, I'm coming with you.
Calro's brutality causes Asura to explode with anger. He launches into the skies and attacks the fleet. Amidst the battle, Asura discovers a mysterious machine on board one of the ships. What purpose does it serve?
Okay, so I do enjoy it as a hobby. Would I like to be able to do more of it and have more free time? Absolutely. I do work a pretty heavy schedule right now. It's not unusual for me to go over 50 hours a week, and it's not unusual for me to go way over that either. So the 2-hour show limit sort of stems from that. On our typical nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's really what it is I don't have the time to put in more than that. You know, if I had more free time, I wasn't working 7 days a week, I would absolutely, 3 to 4 hour stream, 4 to 5 hour stream, whatever. And probably a little more often. As far as worrying about subs and viewers and donations to pay the bills, yeah, that would be kind of awful. But at the same time, you gotta admit it wouldn't be a bad gig. You get to have a good time. You get to chat with great people. You get to make your own hours. I mean, hell, like. It's not even like you have to worry about it too much. Like maybe as a smaller time person you do, but I've seen the numbers. Some of the bigger streamers, oh, I need 3 more subs to make the bills, but then they accidentally pull up their Twitch alerts page and they're making 6,000-7,000 in donations a day. Like, the hell are you spending all that money on? Like I would have a retirement plan set up absolutely in a heartbeat. Um, but you know, thanks for agreeing with me as far as donate buttons. You know, if you were solo, absolutely. Like if you want to throw one up on your personal, not a problem. I'm just saying, like me personally, and as a part of this team, I don't personally agree with it. And again, it's because I don't want people to feel obligated because people are already making money off this. We should be seeing some of that. We shouldn't need to ask you for just showing up should be enough. You know, if you want to stream more on your personal channel, go for it. I'm not trying to shut other people out of options. Like I know you do 3 shows a week, 2 solo and one. Sometimes you cover for me. Thanks for that. But you know, if you wanted to stream more on your personal channel, like during the day or whatever, I know your availability is a little right now, but I'm just saying, like, in general, if you wanted to do that and you want to slap a donate button on there, go for it. I don't have a problem with that. Um, like again, I'm not trying to shit on other people. Like you know, if you feel like you need to have a donate button and tons of alerts and scrolling notifications and you know 3/4 of the stream be the webcam and a quarter of it be the game and you know wear a tank top and whatever, you know that's on you. You know everybody's gonna do their own thing. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't feel that's a route I want to go. Yeah, no. I figured. I'm just saying, like, you know, if it does move up your list or it does become something you're more interested in, go for it. I'm not trying to shut you down. I'm not trying to take options away. I'm just talking about my thoughts and how I feel about things right now. And you know, this because this is a marathon, this may not get voted. It may if you're seeing this in the future and I'm, you know, if I've got 3 donate buttons and a subscribe on Twitch banner and whatever, feel free to slap the shit out of me and link me this VOD. Um, you know, because time and money does change people. It's unfortunate, but you know, we've been at this for a considerable amount of time, and my opinions on all that haven't changed. Um, the amount I've invested into this has gone up considerably, exponentially even. Um, like I'll be honest, the new Yeti, the shock mount, the pop filter, and the boom stand I've got going was close to 250. I've got a new capture card coming in tomorrow, so I can stream PS4 for the Saturday overnight on the stream. That was around 120 bucks to get that overnighted. Put a good couple hundred into PC upgrades over the past year, um, and it's just so I have more options, so I can bring you more content. Uh, I haven't seen a dime from this, and I'm okay with that. But what I'm trying to get at is, you know, I do understand that there are certain expenses involved, um, and you know, I'm not trying to shit down anybody else's throat or anything, but I just don't see that being the way I want to conduct myself going forward. You know, 3 years from now, I might change my mind. But again, I don't want to have to go that route. If I do, shoot me this VOD, slap the shit out of me. But you know, that's today. That's not how I'm feeling. And that's all I can really speak to is today and the past year and a half, and then year before that when we weren't streaming and running the blog, and I refused to put any ads on it. Doesn't help our Google ranking, but that's it is how it is, you know. I'm doing this because I get some enjoyment out of it, not as much as I would like. More often than not, it causes me a fair bit of stress, but that's... I wouldn't be here if I wasn't committed, and I mean, even now, like, work today, I'm working tomorrow, I'm working Sunday. I'm still gonna be here with you all night. We said we were gonna do a marathon when we hit 100 followers. We hit 100 followers. We're here following through. That's the type of person I am. You can take it or leave it, but that's who you got with you. Let's continue on. Let's maybe find a different topic of discussion, because I feel like I've beaten that to death. You know, if you got more questions, feel free to ask them, but don't just set me up for another long monologue, because I will repeat myself 6 more times. I feel like you can have too much onion. But I feel like you'd have to be eating like a 5-pound bag of onions a day for it to hit that point. Onion is good with most things.
You let me handle them.
Oh, I totally missed that QTE. My bad. Only if you're selling it. If you're using it, you can absolutely have too much. It's actually sort of a growing problem in my state.
Roger. All ships, commence exorcism.
I don't know, I'm feeling a little salty right now. Like I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. If anything, it's probably mine. But like, I'm trying to kick back, I'm trying to have a couple of drinks, have a good time. You know, it's the start of our marathon. Like, we should be laughing and joking, and somebody made me get all serious. It was me, obviously, but somebody made me get all serious, and you know.
Roger. All ships, commence purification.
Fucking come up with concerns. I couldn't stop it in time. Yeah, and now I'm stuck thinking all serious thoughts, like, I hope I don't make an ass of myself in 18 months and go against everything I just said. Like, thanks a lot, me.
Finish. Maximum altitude has been reached.
When you fight a fool, waste your time. Our preparations to intercept Blittra's revival. We have no time to concern ourselves with you.
So I'm still feeling pretty fine, but just a question, since I'm obviously not a good judge of myself, am I like slurring my speech and, you know, obviously inebriated or anything at this point? Because if so, I don't want to get too sloppy.
I cannot allow him to interfere any further. He will ruin everything.
Yeah, that's true. And
Roger.
I mean, as I've tried to make clear thus far, I care way more about the product than making money. I try and keep things high quality. So, and thanks for letting me know I'm good, because since I started, half that bottle has disappeared. So I just want to make sure. I don't know why Buddha turned into the Cyber Demon. I'm not sure I want to know. Obviously, fine motor reflexes are a little out the window right now. Oh, that's the wrong button, that's why. I did too, but the problem was my PC was so low spec, like that became a priority for me. And then a good part of it was I also wanted to make sure that we had enough stuff to produce content with. I mean, you know how I do things behind the scenes, especially when stuff goes on sale on Steam. So it was one of those things that sort of fell to the back burner for me. I felt like it wouldn't matter how good things looked if we didn't have things to continue making stuff with. Oh, you got time to figure it out. I'm probably gonna die here. I mean, I didn't figure out my plan for tonight until about 20 minutes before I went live. Because originally the plan was for Bloodborne to be tonight, but then I found out my capture card broke, so... You could always start it off with Home Run Derby until you get too salty to continue, and then roll into something else. It's not a bad plan. It'll give me something to watch for the first, like, 20 minutes of work. Well. We're now back into the part of the game I don't remember, so... Probably not. It was just a suggestion.
Alert! Intruder detected in the mantra chamber.
Yeah, probably not super great, but... You know, it's always something we could bot up later.
What is this?
Those are the mortal souls that have been harvested into Mantra. And these ships guide them to heaven.
You son of a bitch!
And again, it would be like 2:30 European time, so it might be better than we're giving it credit for. Probably lurking pretty strong. We're telling people how great we are. We're playing Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know. I'm not one to judge. Even if I do feel like everything after Rainbow Six Lockdown, including Lockdown itself, is pretty fucking whack. That's just my opinion.
How could one man destroy my entire fleet?
I am no man. I am a demigod, and you and me are about to have words with our fists.
How did you think I would subject myself to your primitive way of combat? Farewell, Asura.
Well, the good news is we haven't had any frame drops in like an hour and a half. It was like Comcast stopped fucking it up.
Beasts has long since ended. What was... Ah!
Better score. About it.
We, the seven deities, have finally brought stability and order to our world. Above all, your daughter's power is the pillar that keeps it in place. Wait, I said, even you have fought to protect this world from the Goma. Yes? We're almost there. Soon the Goma will be no more. After the Great Rebirth, no more will
Like
people
4.
be sacrificed. Yes, the world will be free from the threat of the Goma, and we shall attain eternal paradise. I grow tired of hearing about the world.
My answer should have been 1, a 2, a 3. Crunch. 3. But no, it's like 4. I gotta keep it 100. It's like 4.
Do you worry for him? You need not fear. He will not die yet. When he does, it'll be by these hands.
Karma Fortress Meeting Chamber. It seems Calro has lost as well. So even our resident tactician with his elaborate stratagems was no match for the monkey's brute strength. How unfortunate. This cannot go on any further. We should gather our forces and attack him all at once. Wait, with our fleet's firepower, we risk causing immeasurable damage to the land. This is hardly a time to be merciful. He must be dealt with at once. Now, let's not get hasty. It's in such bad taste. I'm sure August would be more than happy to take care of our little problem. Fine. Where is he? What could he be doing at a time like this? Where do you think?
Asura has defeated another of the 7 deities, and is one step closer to getting his revenge. The next to appear is his old master, August. He speaks of days long gone, as Asura licks his wounds from his battle with Calro. But this respite does not last long.
Okay, we're between episodes. Seems like a good time to take another break.